I'm John McPeak, and this is Community Focus, presented by the Friends of MCTV. In this final segment, we welcome Richard Baer, the co-chair of the 30th Annual Cruise and Car Show, and Tom Cox, a member of the show committee. Richard, what's the theme of this year's 2019 Midland Cruise and Car Show?
Well, we have a new theme this year. We're actually calling it the Cops and Rodders Show to commemorate the fact that we've gotten a lot of help from the police over the years.
A lot of law enforcement help.
A lot of law enforcement help, yes.
Well, now, when is the cruise and when is the show?
Well, the cruise is on September 14th, and actually it starts forming up around 3 o'clock. The cruise actually starts at 5 o'clock and routes its way through downtown, down Main Street. Main Street, by the way, is a good place to watch the cruise because they're going slow. And then it comes back around a route throughout town and comes back to the farmers market, and everybody parks down there.
Now, September 14th is a Saturday.
That's a Saturday, yes.
Saturday afternoon, evening.
Right.
And then how many vehicles would you expect in the cruise?
Well, you know, we've had in the range of 300 vehicles from year to year. This could be a mammoth year for vehicles. I think we might have a lot.
And this is just old cars, 1930 and before. This is 1950 and later. What vehicles are we going to see in this parade?
Well, in the cruise, we allow anybody to bring anything they want. You have your family station wagon, you got a Corvette, you got a Mustang, whatever you've got. We don't care. Because it's just fun to go on the cruise. We have no limits on years or anything else in either the cruise or the show.
And the meeting place is at the farmers market. That's where the cruisers will gather and leave from there and come back to the farmers market.
Right.
You have a grand marshal for the cruise?
Well, we're hoping for Louis Loon. I'm not sure if he's going to make it this year because they're in the playoffs, and sometimes that takes him away.
Sure.
If he's not there, we'll figure out something. So.
Have a Louis Loon
I don't know.
substitute.
Maybe I'll put a head on. I don't know.
So, no, when is the show?
The show is Sunday, September 15th, and it actually starts, the official registration is at 9 in the morning, and it runs to approximately 4 in the afternoon.
And again, that's at the farmers market there at the foot of...
Yeah, up in the same place. We've discovered that there's a lot of room down there, so we have plenty of room for all the cars.
Do you expect as many entries in the show as you had in the cruise, or maybe not quite as many?
There's never really as many in the show, because a lot of cars in the cruise are not necessarily cars that people want to show. They just want to do the cruise. In the show, we get everything from street cars to just full-out customs, and including motorcycles, trucks, and pretty much anything anybody wants to bring down.
Well, Tom, every year the shows have some very unique trophies. This year you must have had a lot of fun building the trophies.
Oh yeah, it's always fun. You never know when you're going to get your parts. Sometimes it can be real hectic, and sometimes it's real smooth. So we're just keep pushing on.
So your trophies are all hand built. They're
Yes.
one of a kind, 60 one of a kinds.
Right.
Yeah.
So this year's going to be a little bit different because I'm going to be assembling part of it, but the committee is going to help out this year and help fastening the cars down, putting the plaques on and so forth. But I'm going to be mounting the backdrops. Have to be screwed on, and that takes a while. It's something that's best to do at home before we bring it down and have everybody working on it.
So there are going to be trophies for the top 60 entrants, and that's determined by a vote of the participants.
Here, right.
And that would be this one. And in keeping with the cops and rodders theme, this looks like it's a modified police cruiser.
Yes. I think we can fire it up, let you see what it looks like.
Well, the hot rod has sound effects. We've never had sound effects in our trophies before, but it's pretty cool.
You have fire coming out of the exhaust, and so it's kind of exciting. You don't get too many trophies that really do something.
And then the other trophy you brought, and these are mock-ups, by the way.
Right.
The actual trophies are.
Right.
This is for the best of show in different categories here.
Right.
And
Yeah.
we found these 29 Ford. These are 29 Ford cop cars, which we thought were pretty unique. So they're a little unusual.
Yeah. It does have a, if I can get it open, probably won't know, but it does have suicide doors on it.
Oh, that open backwards. So the now the best of show for the different categories, they're voted on again by the participants, or is there a panel, the award
Well,
panel?
actually, the top 60 trophies are voted on by the participants.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a form we give everybody when they come in. It's a ballot, and they fill it out. And then these trophies, the bigger ones here, are actually our special awards, and we have a panel of judges that judge those particular awards.
Mm-hmm. And each of those special awards are sponsored by a local business. So
Yes,
there's,
we have over 80 sponsors altogether in this show.
Well, what are some of the traditional activities that'll take place that if we've been to the show or the cruise we're familiar with year after year?
Well, we're featuring the doo-wop DJs again this year, and on cruise night we're having we call it the Cruisers Ball, and the doo-wop DJs will be there, and they have all kinds of stuff going on. They do hula hoop contests, and they make quite a show of it. They will also be playing all day Sunday during the show. And we've also brought in quite a few extra children's activities. I'm not real aware myself of all the stuff on the children's activities, but I know we got quite a few more than we've had in the past.
And you indicated that you'll also have some food trucks available in the
We'll
area?
have vendors there.
Vendors?
Yes. Yeah, vendors for food. Plus, of course, all of the downtown restaurants hopefully are open, and you can go up the street and eat up at the downtown restaurants too.
Well, those are some of the things that we've seen there before. But Tom, tell us something that is new this year that we haven't seen before.
Oh, well, the Shriners have these go-karts that simulate miniature Corvettes, and they're orange. And sometimes you see them in parades on Memorial Day, which I've seen them, and you don't get off the sidewalk and step in the street because they will take you out. They're very fast and very, very good drivers, but the skill is unbelievable what they can do with those cars.
And they will be in the parade on Saturday?
End of the parade, right.
They're actually going to finish up. They'll be the last thing in the parade. So
And stay on Main Street.
Then they're
for
going to scoot back down, and they'll be on display after the parade, and then they'll also be on display on Sunday at the show.
But they won't actually be performing on Sunday?
No, not on Sunday.
No.
But I also wanted to mention the Northern Star train that we've had there from ETC. Yeah, this is, I've forgotten how many years we've had that, but they're real nice to bring it out so that kids can climb on it and take a look at it, and it's a big popular thing. So that'll be back this year.
Okay. And you also, every year you have T-shirts. I
Yes,
know,
we do.
Richard, you design a
Right.
T-shirt
Yeah.
every year,
He does a
and
great
they'll be
job.
available Saturday and Sunday, day of? Or?
Correct, yep. And we're back to our original price of just $10 per shirt. So you cannot buy a T-shirt that's cool for $10, I tell you.
Now, what's the entry fee for the cruise? What's the entry fee for the show?
Well, the pre-registration is $15
For the show?
for the show. Well, there is no entry fee for the cruise. I'll back up a little bit. No, everybody, anybody in the cruise is going to be free. Everyone is free that night. If you're coming down just to watch the cruise, or you can participate in the dance, it's all free. Then at the show, if you can pre-register up through Saturday for the show at $15. If you arrive Sunday morning and register, the registration fee is $20. And but to the public to come in, there's absolutely no fee at all.
Unless they want to buy some food from the food
Unless they
truck.
want to buy food or T-shirts and stuff like that.
For someone that wants to register for the show, is there a form available, either a paper form or online someplace?
Yes, they can find a form on our Facebook page, and that's just under the Midland Cruise and Car Show on Facebook. It's pretty easy to find. Or we have our flyers all over town. And there are a lot of businesses that have our flyers in them, and there's a registration form on the back of the flyers.
The proceeds that come from this, how are they distributed?
Well, once we get all of our bills paid, we do. I always like to look at this so I get it right. It's the Midland County Children's Special Health Care Services, and they provide a lot of different services for kids that aren't found anywhere else. Now, they've been our recipient of our proceeds for many years now. They actually come in and help us out with the show, which is real nice. And they'll be giving away at the show, they'll have both popcorn and water for donations, and all of those donations go to their organization.
Now, Richard, you told me earlier when we interviewed that you and Renee Kerr, who are currently co-chairs and original committee members, you're hanging it up after this year. So will we see the event next year and years following?
Well, I hope so. What we're really hoping is that another organization can take over for us. Another organization, a business, a person. Now, my committee members, well, Renee and I, we've been doing this for a long time, for the whole 30 years, and we just figure this is just the right time to do it. Try to get a younger bunch in there if we can. So, but that's up in the air right now. If somebody takes it over, our committee members, including myself and Renee, are willing to help out. We have all kinds of information. Sponsors and things on the computer information that we can give these people if they want to take over. So we're kind of looking for a new organization to take over.
Some new leadership.
Yep.
Right. But for this year, the event will be happening when and where?
Well, September 14th and 15th, down at the farmers market, and trying to think here, we have pretty much the same things we've had over the years down there, plus the new things that we've come up with, the 14th and the 15th.
Well, Richard, Tom, thank you for joining us and telling us about the 2019 Midland Cruise and Car Show. We're glad that you joined us for the September installment of Community Focus. We've learned about some useful, informative, and educational activities that we can all look forward to in Midland in the coming weeks. The Community Focus program is just one of many activities of the Friends of MCTV, activities that continually support and promote our local cable access television station. If you'd like to join Friends of MCTV or learn more about our organization, you can like us on Facebook, email us at friendsofmctv@gmail.com, or call or visit the MCTV studio in the Grace A. Dow Memorial Library. And remember, if your club or nonprofit organization would like to join us at this table in the months to come, you can find our application online at MCTV's section of the city website, or you can visit MCTV in person to submit an application. We'd love to have you be a part of Community Focus.